Hey guys, I'm Aaron.
And I'm AJ.
And we're from modernintel.ca. Today we're here to talk to you about the MILSIG Elite. We're going to go over the overview of the gun, specs, basically pros and cons, what it's made of, warranty, customer support, and then we'll give you a little final verdict just to give you an idea of what the gun's worth to you. So to start off, the overview. The gun, as you can tell, is magazine fed. You got an 18 round mag here, so that's sweet. If you're looking to go milsim at all, this is the way to go. That just locks into place, and there's a little lever on the side there. The gun is A5 threaded, so any of your A5 barrels will work. The gun on the top has Picatinny rails, so you can put anything on it. I have a sight right now, a hollow sight, specifically the 5.52 hollow sight, with the riser so I can see with my mask. On the back with the Elite, it comes with the tank stock. I got a specific tank with mine. It's a little shorter. It's the Gorilla Air 13 cubic inch, 3000 PSI tank. That's sweet because it really shortens the profile of the gun, and you don't need anything. Like, this is what you're playing with. You don't have anything sticking out, no remote lines, nothing. You just need to carry some extra mags with you. The upper part of the gun is all aluminum, and it's all reinforced with lock nuts and lock washers. And then the screws are beefy, they're huge, and they're all tightened down. I think we got about like 10 or 12 screws on the front end just to keep the gun from coming apart. So this gun is reinforced like crazy. The trigger is plastic. It's like the composite plastic, and beside the trigger you got this the safety switch there, and it's pretty easy to access. It's basically like the PT series, almost the exact same. It's got a little more of a click to it, so you know when you're in, where the BTs I find is a little squishy and you don't really know when it's engaged and disengaged. The front is all aluminum as well. The shroud that comes with this is aluminum as well, and it has Picatinny rails on the sides and on the top, and it comes with these rail covers as well, and you can see that they're Picatinny rails on the top. So pros and cons of this gun. My huge pro for this gun, and everybody knows it, is it's mag fed. If you're looking to go milsim, like I said before, go this way. Like, don't look anywhere else except for the Tiberius line. Really, you're gonna get the best bang of your buck if you go with this gun. And the best thing about these guns is it's just like the BT series. You can start off with just the basic gun without a stock or anything, and it'll actually have a foregrip. There will be no mag fed in it, and you can upgrade it as you go. So you can put the magazine fed piece onto it, and then a shroud, and then the stock on it, and then you can have this when you're done with it. So if you're looking to start anywhere, start with the basic model of this and keep going from there. Whereas you get a BT4, you can't upgrade to a mag fed from there. So that's a huge pro with me, is the mag fed. The mags themselves are fine. The one pro with the mag is that it's, all you have to do is wind it up and it feeds right in. Those are fine. A con that I've had with this mag is that if you get a break in the gun, which happens from time to time, just like any other gun, paint gets all over these this collar here, and there's little ball bearings to hold balls in, kind of like your little D10s. If paint gets in between there, the D10s don't compress and let the balls out, so you get huge amount of jamming in there, and then balls keep breaking over and over again. And basically, if you get a break inside the gun with this mag, this is out of the game. So you better have another mag with you.
A pro with this is the stock. The system that they have here is actually, it's a genius system. It locks in there. Basically, to finally release this is you have to pull this whole lock slide thing down, and then it'll finally come off, and then you can change the tank, take it off, or whatever. Another con with me, after using this for a short amount of time, is the grip. It's not molded to fit your fingers, it's just straight, like it's just a straight kind of molding. So after a while it kind of hurts your hands, but of course this is milsim and they don't give a shit about you, right? Yeah. You want performance, not feelings, right? But I personally find that it's uncomfortable for my own hands.
Another con is that the winder, after doing 7 or 8 of these, the little winder on the side here kind of starts to tear apart your fingers. It's so small. I think they could have had like a little hole in which you could wind it up with an Allen key or something. like I said, if you're doing 7 or 8 of them, it's going to start to wear on your fingers.
The weight I find is quite balanced. You don't have to worry about a hop or anything, so basically when you pick this up, it's kind of what you get, right? 18 rounds is really not going to make that much of a weight difference.
A pro with both of us is the consistency of the gun. It's spot on with the quality of everything else with this gun.
This is the type of gun to actually have a sight that you are going to use. It's not just for looks like some other guns that you can buy sights for.
Another pro of the gun, as you can probably tell, this gun kind of looks like an A5 or a BT4. Like I said before, the front, the barrel is A5 compatible. The back stock is A5 compatible. So you can put any A5 stock. I think there's an exception, a small exception, but most of them all go on that. The trigger you can swap out with an auto grip from an A5 if you want to. I personally don't see the reason, but you can if you want. Picatinny rails, again, you can upgrade to whatever you want. So basically the barrel and the stock and the grip are A5 compatible, and there's tons of extra parts on MILSIG's website to upgrade. So the upgraded compatibility on this gun is fantastic.
Another con I found is with the mag. You release the mag, you load it up, you try to put it in there. Sometimes you have to kind of jiggle it to make sure it's in there. You have to kind of really force it in there, really. If you don't, you just let it go and then it'll just pop right off and you don't even realize it, right? And then you end up losing 2 or 3 balls, and then you have to really jiggle with it.
So next we have customer support. Customer support with MILSIG themselves, I've only had really a couple occasions with dealing with them. The first time was fine. I emailed them about some parts about this gun, and they got right back to me within the next day. The second time I went to order the stock on the back and a couple parts here and there, maybe some new mags. When I went to order my parts, they took forever to ship. I was waiting, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. It was a pain in the butt because, like, you pay the money and you don't get the parts. It's kind of frustrating. As far as warranty goes, you got to directly deal with the company that you bought it from, which is MILSIG. You're gonna have to go through them. Final verdict. I'll hand it over to AJ.
Basically, I give this a 8 out of 10. Couple of shots off for the hand grip and the magazine. Kind of have to jiggle it to get it in there and make sure it's in there. Other than that, it's a roundabout awesome gun.
My final verdict, I would give it 8.5. Points off for the weight. I don't have a big problem with the weight, but it's enough that after a huge scenario game, like 7 hours, it really starts to take a toll, and you really can't hold it anymore. You're kind of just like, forget it, I'll just get shot. So that's kind of a downside, but again, it's MILSIM, so it doesn't matter. That's just one thing to keep you guys notified. Another thing is with the mags, this collar will give you troubles. Like I said, the detents, if there's paint that gets in there, it's not going to work. And another thing I said, as you can see, this detent I can press down with my finger very lightly. You can do this in your vest too. So you're going to be running around with this on your vest and it's going to depress and all your paint comes out. So that's definitely a point off with me. So the collar in the mag, and a small problem with the weight in the gun. And I think that's about it. Thanks a lot, guys.